Since the Charlottesville riots that were precipitated by the odious Antifa, who arrived in body armor, helmets, and brandished weapons, and also had no legal right to assemble, the media has been covering and, more importantly, lying to the people about what Antifa is and what it does. Mainstream media has described the rabid Marxist communist organization that's drenched in blood and thirsts for violence as quote-unquote anti-racists, counter-demonstrators, anti-Nazis, fighters against the rise of fascism in the USA. But the lying media never tells you what they really are. This is a group that has its ideological underpinning to communism, Marxism, radical anarchism, as well as an overwhelming hatred for the freedoms guaranteed in the Constitution. And it looks to overthrow the existing societies throughout the West, with violence preferably. And the hallmark of Antifa is their face coverings used to hide their identities when engaging and orchestrating their infamous wanton street violence. But if we want to be serious, and in reality their ranks are made up by middle-class, champagne socialist, communist, anarchist white boys who don't like nationalists. They consider themselves to be rebelling against the establishment whilst upholding all of its ultra-politically correct views, ironically not realizing they are the stormtroopers of global finance and capitalism. Most are teenagers and university students who live in their parents' basements, but they do grow out of playing masked dress-up and smash the fash when they start paying taxes. But when they are active, they're violent. Very, very violent. Violent against the young, elderly, men and women. Recently, the internet den of scum and villainy, also known as 4chan's poll, has been putting together memes for dispersal on social media. These memes stressed the real and indiscriminate violence that Antifa unleashes on those that have any kind of opinion they disagree with. The memes used photos, mostly from anti-domestic abuse campaigns, and they highlighted the fact that Antifa would attack anyone that disagrees with them, which they do. In fact, 3 days ago, they dragged to the floor an elderly woman and beat her to a pulp. YouTube will do almost anything to censor these kinds of videos. They get the truth out to people about what Antifa is really all about. Either way, the BBC rushed to the rescue of Antifa today. They called the memes in their headline a far-right smear campaign against Antifa, and they were the ones that exposed it, as if these violent thugs could be smeared. And yes, let that sink in for a minute. The BBC, which is taxpayer funded to the tune of tens of billions of pounds, is now spending its resources to track down the source of internet memes.